everyone, it's me, Coffee Stitcher. It is Sunday morning. Yes, I'm back filming at a regular time, and yes, I can talk at a normal volume. So hopefully everyone can hear me okay. I apologize, the last couple of videos have been on the quieter side because they've been later, and I didn't want to bother my sister-in-law because I share a wall with her in this room. But I was talking to her Friday night, and she was like, oh, I can't hear you. So, if I have to do them later, then I can still speak at a normal volume. So yay for that. How was everybody's week? Awesome, that's really good to hear. I think for a large majority of us, we were finally able to breathe easier after Wednesday. Dr. Fauci looks like he's actually gotten sleep for the first time since all this started and looks 10 years younger. So it's a brand new day, a bright new world, and let's keep on going. So, first thing is let's look at the Q&A. And then I'm trying to adjust my screens. I'm using the computer. Oh, this is nice. I can move you wherever I need you to be. Hey, look at that. Excellent. I may do some editing to this video to throw in some pictures. We'll see what happens. And this one obviously should be a lighter video because it's daylight out and I have some natural light coming in as well as my overhead lighting. Alright, so the first question comes from E. Miller. They say, I've heard you mention the nest egg you received from 3 Owl Threads. Is this something you can still sign up for? Yes, I believe it is still open. Her Facebook group is 3 Owl Threads, and that's where the Google document is. So that's where you can definitely get yourself all nice and signed up for the various stash clubs. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World says she just got the Mary Englebright book on the left, but I want a flip through of the other one, and I don't know which one was on the left. So, but I'll do a quick flip through of both. They slipped down on me. Okay, so the first one, Mary Englebright Cross Stitch, which was, I think, the first one that came out. Its copyright date is 96. Now, something I will say, a lot of the designs in both this one and the other one have been made available in individual chart form, some in kit form, and in various different ways. So if you see one you like and you aren't necessarily willing to commit to a book, check around because you may be able to find some of them on an individual level. So this one contains, let's see, turning page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different main samplers, and then they all have sort of, and the same thing is true in the other one, then they have some sort of variant-y things that you can do off of them. So for instance, this one has Make-A-Wish, which is the cover one, but it also gives you options to do a band for a pinafore, or just a pillow, or a thingy over here. So there's Best Wishes, or the chapter's titled Best Wishes, but it's Make-A-Wish. My Best Friend, and it's the one that says, flowers are lovely, love is flower-like, friendship is a sheltering tree. It's that one. The next one is Most Folks Are About as Happy as They Make Their Mind Up to Be. So a lot of these are her really classic, famous, non-holiday ones. I actually really like that one. This one is Love Comforteth Like Sunshine After the Rain. Good old Willie Shakes. This one doesn't have quite as many of the, I say that and here we go, so never mind, I'm not going to say that. This one is the So Good Services, Sweet Remembrances Will Grow From Them. This is one of the first ones it's got. So it's one of those you may want to leave off the outer one, just do the inner, because that's a lot of solid fill. And a lot of lazy daisies. Brotherly Love, which is be kind and affectionate to one another with brotherly love, and it's the two brothers and the golden retriever. Which I think may have been based off of Her Two Boys, but don't quote me on that. There's No Place Like Home, which definitely Bucilla, because I have the kit. Bucilla definitely released as a kit where this part is a mat, so you're only stitching the inner part. This one is Make a Nest of Pleasant Thoughts. It's the way in a tree. And like I said, she kind of gives you options for motifs and things based off it. The goal in life is living in agreement with nature. And it is very, very 1990s in a lot of ways. Like this one, if I actually were going to do it, I would probably do this version where it's just the birds on the branches. Actually, I do really like that. Oh, it's got either little tiny beads or little tiny French knots. What is this? French knots. Little tiny French knots. Maybe on a nice blue. To a friend's house, the road is never long. Cross-country skier. A Santa one. This one's Jolly Holiday. Which always makes me think of Mary Poppins. I hear that and immediately I'm just like, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. And then Peace and Love, which is another Christmas one. And that's all of them in this one. So lots of really cute patterns, lots of really cute other options if you don't want to just do the straight sampler. So if you like Mary Englebright, great for motifs and things. And then Cross Stitch for All Seasons. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 designs. Actually, technically 13. So it's got 13 separate designs. Broken down autumn, winter, spring, and summer. So the first one is Everyone Needs Their Own Spot. Which somewhere I have as an iron-on transfer on a thingy. Let's see, Trick or Treat. And Home is Where the Heart Is. And again, this one doesn't show quite as many of the optional other things up front, like there's Home is Where the Heart Is there. But, so it shows you the main sampler and then gives you other option-y things that you can do. Winter has the Believe Santa, which is all over in all sorts of different forms. I will say, having seen other Believes, this one I think is probably the best charted. Let It Snow. And Peace. Then you get Spring. You've got the Felicitation Sampler. It's a Mother Goose theme. The Happy Gardener. And this one, very cutely, also gives you an option for making an apron that I absolutely love. Oh, excuse me, Garden Party Pinafore. A Good Marriage. This one says, there is no more lovely, friendly, and charming relationship, communion, or company than a good marriage. Which may not be a Jane Austen quote, but feels like a Jane Austen quote. Time for Tea. It's Good to Be the Queen, which this was one of my mom's favorites. And kind of interestingly, the music notes are actually, it looks like snaps. Are they? What are those? I'm curious. Oh no, they're just big beads. Okay. Then Bloom Where You're Planted. And then finally, she also includes a seasonal memory frame that has a different corner represented by each season. And here it is. So there you have it, both of the Mary Inglebright cross-stitch books. Let's see. I did a little bit of rearranging of my ornaments and things, so... Ginger Habishaw says, I have the same cabinet you have to keep my floss in. The only thing I don't like about it is that sometimes the drawers are hard to get in. Do you have the same problem? A little bit. I don't usually pull the drawers all the way out, so it's not so much a problem, but if I have to put them back in, yeah, it tends to be can be a little tricky. Right, and I think that is all the Q&A for this week. All right, so let me double check the held for review, because... Okay. All right. So this week we've got some haul, and then we've got actually a finish and a couple of other things to show you. So first up, we've got regular cross stitch haul and then other craft haul. So I'll do the cross stitch haul first. So first I got, and this is semi exciting, I got the DMC thread pack from Fat Quarter Shop for Stronger Together, which is a sale that starts on February 1st. The pattern's already available, but here it is. So it's got 7 skeins. So it's really pretty. It celebrates Black History Month, and oh, I forgot what charity it benefits. Hang on, let me find out just real quick. Stronger Together. The pattern itself is 10. The floss kit set is 7. They also have a quilt. So the cross stitch is the same thing as the quilt, but obviously smaller scaled. And the quilt was designed by Rashida Coleman Hale. And through the end of the month, 100% of the proceeds will go to the United Negro College Fund. So it's really cool. I will. So I highly recommend that so far. All right. This will be my first pattern of theirs to actually do. I also ordered a quilt kit from them, but we'll talk about that when that comes in. Then, and this is Matt/MBC Stitcher's fault. He was like, I went to the Eureka Springs LNS and look at this cute book that I got, and I had to have it. So it's a vintage one. It's Country Cross Stitch Book 56, Briar Patch Bunnies. They're just so cute. Look at those bunnies. I love bunnies. Where's the rest of it? So, I had to get that. And I assume he and I will probably sell that together at some point. Then I got 2 stamped kits, which I've opened and looked at already. So this first one is a Dimensions one from 2001 called Cobblestone Retreat. Because I love thatched roof cottages. And the other one is from 1998, and it's called To Everything There Is a Season. So I'll be starting one of these next month. I don't know which one yet. Alright, then in terms of non-stitching, but still crafting, I got these really cool vintage nursery printed patchwork quilt blocks. I don't know how old they are, and I don't really want to open these to find out. But they're Wizard of Oz. How awesome are these? Like so it's, you got Dorothy, the Lion, the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, Munchkin houses, and Dorothy on the Yellow Brick Road. So they're super cute. There's 12 of them in here, and it does include instructions. But again, that means I would have to open this to see what the instructions say. But I thought they were super cute, and I'd never actually seen them before, so I was like, oh, okay. And then I got my kit that I was telling y'all not to bid against me on. It's a cruel kit from Busilla, and it's massive. And this thing's huge. Whoop. Whoop. Look at that. It's bigger than my face. It's actually, I think, bigger than my computer screen almost. So, okay. Now I've got to get it folded back together. No, there we go. That's how it goes. So it's definitely something I'm going to tackle. I'm just a little anxious about tackling. Partially because I'm afraid that I won't have enough, because it's wool, like a lot, like it's yarn essentially, and that makes me a little worried that I may not have enough. So that makes me a little anxious. I'm not gonna lie. Um, so it's not so much the actual stitching part; it's that I worry about running out of materials. So yeah. So yeah, so that was my haul for the week. Um, okay, so what did I work on this week? Well, I worked on the second Hyuga story. This was February. And its actual name is. Oh, and I can tell you. I should have had this ready. Kettle of Yarn. So here it is. This is on 16 count Hedgehog Ada by Fortnite Fabrics. This one was predominantly just stitches. There are some fringe knots. The big thing was couching. This thing was a pain to couch, and it's real hard to tell. Oh, it sort of tells you better. Yeah, that was a difficult one to couch. But there's cute little knitting needles. So I'm really happy with how it turned out, though. It's really cute. Here's the first two together. So I've got two more to go on this row, and then I'll start down. So, but I really love working on these. This one I had Monday off, so I spent all day Monday, and I got almost done, not quite. So I finished it up on Tuesday. So next month I'll be working on the March one. Then I worked on my Through the Stars Zodiac from Clouds Factory. This is on 36 count Whimsical Winter by Under the Sea Fabrics. It's the yellow rings show up much better in person. They're much easier to see in person. It's just one of those things that the contrast doesn't show up well on camera. Same with the sort of lighter colored stars. They show up better in person too. But I did Leo and Virgo. And then I just went ahead and I finished up the planets, and the stars in the middle. So all I have left are the moon phases and the last Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and something else. I don't remember who the other one is. Maybe Aries? Yeah, I think, no. I'm not sure who it is. But there's one more. And I'm just blanking, because we've got Aquarius, Gemini, Aries, Taurus. No. I don't know. I don't know my zodiac signs all that well. I probably should. But there we go. So we're getting close. We should finish this one up in March. And I will be very glad. Because while I've enjoyed it, it is time for it to be done. We'll know next week what the WIPCO goals are. So that'll be fun to talk about. And I'll have my February goals next week. So then, after I finish that one because I got the rings done at lunch, and so then I brought it home and worked on it at home. So I took Garden Club, and I got a good portion of the tree leaves done, and I got this part started. So that's actually what I'm going to work on today. My goal is going to be to finish out the people and then the flowers, so it's not a lot left. So my goal is to finish up that. I still have the Satsuma Alice to do half of a block on, and I've got still want to finish a little bit more on Search the Sky. So that's where we are for today. I hope everyone has a terrific week. Drop me some Q&A, because you know I do love the Q&A. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.